Good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome along to another non-league now. We are live once again, and it is Tuesday night, and we are ready for some action. I'm looking forward to tonight's games. There are some big matchups across 3 levels of football and 2 cup competitions, if we are including Ipswich Town, and I think we will have to at some point throughout the evening. Adam, you're muted, but I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about in a bit. As I said, we've got a lot to go through this evening and a lot to kind of cover. I hope you're all doing well. If you are one of those people that is watching the show, give it a retweet over on Twitter. Go and share this video around on Facebook. Of course, we are live on YouTube at the moment. At halftime, I am going to get this enabled so that we do go live on Twitter. So we get the second half where we'll try and get as many of you in as we possibly can. We've got, first of all, Ipswich Town in the building. Good evening, mate. You weren't in the live show last night, but you're here tonight, which is good. Evening, all. Really pleased to find out when I got to Bloomfields that we, Needham, have re-signed Gareth Heath. Yes, I saw that news breaking earlier on. Bit of a club legend there, isn't he, Adam? So it's good to see him. Good to see him on board.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting week at Needham. Players out, players in. So I'm sure they'll be pleased to see Gareth back in. And I know one Ipswich Town was particularly keen for them to make some movement to change things up a bit. Sure, he's probably also pleased with the result of the weekend, really. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what kind of a difference that makes tonight. I did read that he's fit to play. Bit of breaking news as we open the show. It's not a non-league level, but Manchester United have lost to a 95th minute winner from Young Boys.
Did they really?
They've lost their opening group game in the Champions League. So some big football news breaking. R7 is not the answer to all of Man United's prayers.
He's only one man. There's not an awful lot he can do. So yeah, we've got a lot of action going on this evening, as I said, across a number of different leagues. I'm just putting in to the chat right now. I'm going to post out the link for the show tonight. If you are at a game and you want to get involved, you want to give your opinion on what's going on at a club, you don't necessarily have to be at the game itself. If you want to, if you just want to come on and talk about your football team, then that is absolutely fine. Click the link. As I said, it's now going into the chat. We'd love to have you guys on. We have got people at different games this evening, haven't we, Adam? We've got people kind of scattered here, there, and everywhere.
People seem to be going everywhere tonight, so which is good for the show.
Exactly right. But Matthew's in the building. Hello, mate. Hello, James and Adam. Good to have you on there.
Matthew.
I couldn't watch yesterday's live show because I was in the Wacky Shack. Don't know what the heck that is. No idea what that is. I'm not even going to ask. But anyway, let's move on. So tonight's games that we are going to be covering, we've got Step 3, Step 4, Step 5. No Step 6 action because all of the Furlough None South games are actually taking place tomorrow night. So we've got all of that to unpack. And then we've also got the FA Vars. And as I said, we will be keeping our eye very closely on the Ipswich Town match as those scores come in. But first of all, we've got Step 3 action going on. We had one result taking place already, which is the Hitchin versus Barwell game from last night. So Hitchin won by 3-2 last night. Very good win for those guys over at Barwell. But for tonight's action, we've got Colville versus Ablechurch. We've got Hednesford versus Nuneaton Borough. One of our local sides, Needham Market, they are at home this evening against AFC Rushden and Diamonds. Ipswich 1, I know you're at the game, so if you can provide us with any reports, that'd be much appreciated, my man. As I said, as they take on AFC Rushden and Diamonds. We've got Peterborough Sports versus Tamworth, which is one of the games we do actually have covered by one of our regulars in Mike Williams. He's at that game. I've sent the link to him. Hopefully he can come on at some point tonight to give us a report on that game because that promises to be an absolute belter. We then got St Ives versus Lowestoft, again, one of our other local sides. And we've also got Stratford versus Stowart Bridge. Ishmere North time. Again, we had one result taking place the other night, which was hashtag 3-0 winners against Malden and Tiptree. I don't think many people saw this result coming, but a brilliant win for the guys over at hashtag. Tonight, a belter at AFC Sudbury. They are at home against Dereham. So looking forward to that. I believe we do have somebody covering that game for us this evening. We've got Basildon versus Whittam, Berrytown versus Coggeshall. And again, very much looking forward to that game. We look forward to covering that one. Again, two other local sides, both Stowmarket and Felixstowe, are away from home against Heybridge Swifts and Holbridge Sports, respectively. It's then Tilbury versus Great Wakering Rovers and Grays versus Romford. And the Furlough None, we have got action taking place. We've got Galston versus Kirkley and Patefield, Bolbarton versus Fakenham, Newmarket versus Lakenheath, Thetford versus Hadley, and Whitton United versus Norwich United. And again, we've got people at Galston, Mulbarton, and we've also got somebody at the Whitton game. So yeah, we've got a lot of these games covered in the Furlough None. The game that we have going on in the Vars, you will see it come across the score lines at the bottom in a moment, is of course obviously the postponed match between Walsham and Marchtown. And as I say, we will be keeping a very close eye on the Ipswich game. Obviously, we're now kicking off. The games have just kicked off. We've got about 2 minutes into the game so far. Adam, before we kind of get too far into tonight's show, do you want to just briefly talk about what's going on at Ipswich? I know we have a big contingency of our following that are Ipswich Town fans.
Very, very interesting bit of mind games, I think, from Paul Cook is given the media the hype that there'll be a very strong team played tonight, and it's only one player has made the cut from Saturday's team that suffered a 5-2 loss to Bolton, and that's Kane Vincent-Young. And when I say one player, he only survived 21 minutes on the pitch before he looked like he was going to either assassinate somebody or the referee was just going to get rid of him anyway. So a very, very much changed side and some questionable starts for a team that's desperate for a win. In terms of where things start, I think Paul Cook's played this very well in a protection mode for his team. Morsey comes into the team straight away as captain in the first game that he can legally play because he's currently serving a suspension. And the Papa John's Pizza Take the Piss Cup doesn't count for anything. So even suspensions don't carry. So, you know, this is the least respected trophy in the whole of the English game, I would argue. So to be perfectly honest, this is a chance just for Ipswich to play some football. Had Paul Cook put out a strong first team ready 11 and they would have lost tonight, I think that would have been close to curtains on fan confidence, if I'm honest.
Definitely.
There's a wave of turning already happening.
I'll tell you what, I need to interrupt you there because we have already got our first contributor coming on to the show. Stu, how are you doing,
Hello,
man? You're currently muted. What's going on in your game? Let everybody know whereabouts you're at.
I'm at Galston, Kirkley. Can you hear me, yeah?
You can hear you well.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Yeah, Galston, Kirkley. For no other reason than I got in from work a little bit late and obviously Galston's closer. and it was chucking down with rain and Galston's three-sided understand. So I didn't want to get wet. So, as all correspondents would allude to.
It looks good that you're under a stand at least, Stu. Any early signs from the game as to how it's going to play out? Cagey start or it's quite open?
A couple of little niggly fouls, but yeah, nothing to speak of yet.
I expect you to be screaming Christy Finch and running around with your coat being twirled around your head by the end. That drum could be going loud and clear by the end of the night because Galston could go top, couldn't they?
Yeah, I've probably stuck myself in the wrong end because I've got a drum that way and I've got a speaker up here, I think. So
I tell
Could
you
be
what,
a-
I want to get your reaction to this as well, Stu, because you will not believe the scoreline that we've got coming in already tonight. Is coming from Witton and Norwich United. Norwich United are 2-0 up within 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely unbelievable. First goal coming on the 3rd minute. Norwich United take the lead through Hayden Davis's post and in off a free kick from a narrow angle. And then, yeah, Liam Jackson with a second goal. So Norwich United, 5 minutes into the night, are 2-0 up. Stu, what do you make to that?
Seems like a long night for Witton already.
Sounds like game over, doesn't it?
I
Mental.
had Hayden Davis at Yarmouth with us. If he sticks one on a sixpence, then his deliveries are a joke sometimes. So, yeah, it could be a long night unless Witton can get one back quick.
Yeah.
Then, which could make them for a very good game.
Yeah, definitely. So brilliant, Stu. Keep us informed of the game that you're at for Goulston. Hopefully we can get a lot of goals for you tonight. And I'm sure at one point we'll be reporting on a Christy Finch goal because that's what happens on the show.
Yeah,
it's bound
probably.
to happen.
If I can as well, I'll see if I can grab Ricky or Scott after for a quick reaction thing if I can.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Speak to you
Love
in a
it,
bit, mate.
Cheers,
No
Stu.
worries.
Ipswich Town take the lead 1-0. James Norwood after 2 minutes. Ipswich are good at scoring early goals and then going on to lose. So we're off.
Oh, dearie me. We've got Sharon in the building. Hi, James and Adam. No game for us tonight, so looking forward to listening what's going on around the league. There's a scoreline coming in from Thetford and Hadley, which I'm going to bring you in a moment. You're going to want to hear this one. Actually, videos. We'll keep an eye on the Walsham versus March game. I didn't go in the end. Man cold. I hope you recover.
Yeah, I hope you're well.
Shame we can't get your report on that one, Ben. Hi, lads. Hope we're both well. Back from a hard day at college. I'm going to try and watch as much as I can as Ipswich are playing. Yeah, no problem. We'll kind of keep an eye on the Ipswich stuff. If you want to let us know what's going on in that game, mate, if you're watching it, we'd love to hear from you. Put it in the comment section. Just flood it with comments. Come on, Witton. Never mind. They're 2-0 down as things stand, as I say.
Too little, too late there.
Have I missed much, says Glenn? No, we've literally only been live for about 13 minutes, but we have
quite action-packed already.
100%. And a big goal, as I say, coming in from Hadley and Thetford. It's gone the way of Thetford. They are currently 1-0 up after 2 minutes in this game. Thetford take the lead. They win a corner, which is cleared to the edge of the box. Ball swung back in, and it gets headed in. So Hadley 1-0 down.
That's big goal.
Yeah.
Honestly, for Thetford, they will be buzzing for that. Why have you got a massive picture of a dog on that feed? You're not on the
It's where is it? Oh, just I follow Royston. They've liked something, so it automatically.
Oh, okay, fine. It's a bit random considering I know this is on a separate account. I was like, are we following dogs and football clubs now?
Yeah, I follow football clubs and I follow dogs. That's what I do. That is what I do.
Oh, dear me.
Dear me. Start as you mean to go on, Witton. Good start. Yeah, I knew you'd be happy with that one. Norwich United on a bad start. Do you know what? They've had a bit of a tough start to the season. Of Norwich. But do you know what? They're slowly starting to turn that form around. And we mentioned it on last night's show that it's probably not the best time for Witton to go up against Norwich United, but
terrible for me. If they want to get the fixtures done, then you just have to play the games. And Shane's an advocate of that anyway, isn't he? So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. So far, as I said, we are approaching the 10-minute mark in a lot of the games that we are covering this evening. So far, rather not an awful lot going on at step 3. All of the action tends to be in step 5 in the furlough none. As I said, we've got Thetford, who are currently 1-0 up against Hadley, and Norwich United are currently 2-0 up away from home against Witton United. No action from the FA Vars so far. That game is still 0-0. But from the Papa John Trophy, it is Ipswich 1, West Ham under 21s 0. So they are the score line updates as we get them. Apparently a chance for Needham, 9 minutes into the game. Great play from Needham as Callum Page keeps possession as he is weaved through on the edge of the box, but the visiting Collard deflects it wide as the goalkeeper reacts well to change the direction of the shot. Obviously, Callum Page was recently signed by Ipswich and has been loaned straight back to Needham. Goes straight into their lineup for their opening few games. And he has an opportunity there. And there is a goal at step 4. We have a big goal for one of our local sides. Let's get it up on the screen here. You're going to love this. Adam Berry are 1-0 up against Coggeshall Town. Ryan Horn with the goal 7 minutes into the game. Fantastic news. I'm so pleased to see Berry starting to get on the right track after a few off performances and fans starting to question what was going on with the team. What was going on with the performances, but they are responding very, very well at the moment. So as I said, Berry currently 1-0 up against Coggeshall. What a start for them.
Yeah, good time to get an early goal. I think the confidence is starting to flow back.
Yeah, definitely. All Coggeshall have reported on that game is that it was a difficult shot drilled into the bottom corner. So, yeah.
Short but sweet.
Definitely. Apologies. It looks like we are both on our phones at the moment. I am, as things stand, it's because I'm just letting my wife know that my son is asleep. So that's all.
I'm trying to get some updates.
Dad multitasking.
Yeah.
Dad multitasking. This is what we do. So yeah.
Ipswich 1-1.
No way.
Yeah, Keenan Apaya Forson has equalised for West Ham. Q meltdown. We have a goal at Bury, and Lee Simons has got the video uploaded already.
Has he? That's
from the goal we've just reported on. That is up there. Get that one off Twitter. It's a nice little video, 10 seconds long. We've got Lee. We've got to be very thankful for Lee and the work he's doing at the moment in the community. He's getting out there and he's just filming some live clips, getting them quickly uploaded, and he's going and enjoying his football as well. So,
100%. As I said, let's get that action on the screen right now. I have to admit, I am quite jealous of him at the moment being at Bury. Bury's one of my favourite grounds to go to. Every time I go there, I have such a good time. I really enjoy the people that are there. It's just such a nice place to go to. But here is the goal.
I love the person just looking into the camera there at the start of that clip.
Throw in on the right-hand side there. Oh, that's a good finish.
That's a really good finish.
That's a great finish. I want to watch that again. So throw in on the right-hand side. Good play shielding the ball there. Takes one touch out of his feet. Bottom corner. Absolutely love that. Superb stuff from Lee there. Thank you so much, my man, for sending that over to us. Let's see if we have any other goals at the moment. No. Oh, wow. This is a big update from the game at Bury Town. Wow, absolutely unbelievable. They are now down to 10 men. Ryan Jollard, after 10 minutes, has got a red card. So 1-0 up.
That's going to change things.
100%. They've now got 80 minutes to try and defend the rest of this game. Just when you think that things are starting to turn around for them, down to 10 men. Adam, thoughts on that? Jesus.
That's, you don't know what's happened, do you? I mean, but from a discipline point of view, that's not ideal.
Coggeshall reporting saying red card for Bury. The home side's midfielder slides into Sam after the ball leaves his feet. So by the sounds of things, it was a late challenge.
Sent off for being out of control by the sounds of it then.
Yeah, I probably would say so. Once again, another goal coming from step 3. And it's one of our sides that have gone ahead. Lowestoft Town. They are 1-0 up against St Ives away from home. Fantastic. Absolutely love to see that. Not even going to pretend to be biased on this show. Hide my true feelings. I love that. Got so much time for that.
That graphic doesn't look right, does it? They're putting a little GIF up, but keeping the St Ives badge on it when it's the away side.
That's very true, actually. I didn't even
Not
think
for
about that.
not for me. That looks horrible.
So let's see if we can try and get any other score updates going on around Needham. 1-0 up as well. 14 minutes into the game. Luke Ingram is threaded through. Ingram is threaded through 1-on-1. Forward races into the box, rounds the goalkeeper onto the byline, but his low shot at goal is deflected in off the visiting skipper. So Needham 1-0 up. Brilliant stuff. So from a local perspective, both of our sides at step 3 level are winning 1-0. Great start.
All going wonderfully for our local sides at the moment.
There we go. We've got a goal coming in. We've got quite a few goals coming in at the moment from the big clash at step 3 between Tamworth and Peterborough Sports. Peterborough are currently 1-0 up after, let's have a look, see if we can try and get it. So after 11 minutes, they are 1-0 up, and a massive goal. You can see it here between Newmarket and Lakenheath.
Oh.
Lakenheath 1-0 up away from home. Adam, big shock on the cards there. Wow.
Flipping heck. That paves the way for a good night after what happened to Newmarket at the weekend. Getting turned over by Norwich United 2-1 on a game that they really needed to win with what happened with Wroxham. And they now find themselves trailing to Lakenheath, which is going to just open that up. Look, all to do now for Newmarket.
Mike, let us know what's going on in that game. Was it, how's the play been? What's been going on in that match? Let us know. We want to hear your thoughts and get your reaction to it. We've got an update from the FA Vars. Walsham 1-0 up, according to MV Videos. We have a goal. Fantastic. Well, not for Marchtown, obviously, but from Walsham's perspective, they are 1-0 up. Wow. Honestly, some of these shows that we do take a little bit of time kind of getting into it, and you tend to kind of get more goals towards the end of the first half. But tonight, it's just kind of just gone off. It's been absolutely fantastic. Love to see that. We have a goal, 1-0 to Colville. Sometimes you just have to applaud, said Abel Church. Luke Shaw bends in from the edge of the area. Not that one. That's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, Colville are currently winning. We need to update that scoreline in step 3. Any other goals that are coming in at the moment? I think we are all up to date as things stand, unless there's any other goals that you've spotted. Searching through Twitter.
Yeah.
I think we're all up to date at the moment. Oh, we've got the red card coming in from Lee. Let's see what he makes of the challenge. Oh, yeah.
That's painful.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's a foul. Just watch that again. Oh,
That's dangerous, that.
yeah. Yeah, that
player was already on the floor as well.
Yeah.
Rush of blood to the head, I think.
Wow. Wow. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I probably tend to agree with what Ben's put in the comment section here. Chenners will be absolutely fuming with that. Like I said, you're 1-0 up. I mean, a good opportunity. A good opportunity to
he's had
build on that 1-0 lead.
Yeah, tactically, the whole game now has to change for him.
Mm-hmm.
And many people know Jolland is a well-regarded player, so that's not a good way to go for Bury, who will really be wanting to follow up Saturday's good result.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Ben, 2 feet, jumped into it. It's a definite red card. Such a shame for Ryan. He's a very good player and someone who Bury look to when they can make them tick. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
This isn't me looking for sympathy in terms of what we're saying, but it's quite good to get somebody else from the audience looking at it and also seeing similar to us. Like we can become quite encapsulated in what we look at, I think, sometimes. So to get the feedback from an audience perspective that you also feel it should have gone the same way then.
Yeah, no, definitely agree on that one. Any other updates coming through at the moment? Coggeshall player is currently on a yellow card after 17 minutes. It sounds like quite a feisty game going on.
Check Felix Stowe and Walton's account. That game's not going to finish.
Why? What's happening at Felix? Let's have a check. Wow. Okay. So let's get that up on the screen. This is an update from Felix Stowe.
These aren't the kind of updates we thought we'd be bringing you.
No. I'll be honest. I haven't got a clue what's going on up there.
That doesn't look like a game that's going to see its way out by the looks of it.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, currently, obviously that game at the moment is 0-0 between them and Holbridge. But I sadly don't think that is. I don't think that game's going to be finishing unless something can clear. But we did sort of see. I was listening to people on the way home from work, and they said that it is going to clear. To be honest, in the east of England, it's going to clear, but for that, the rain will stop. But it's going to be quite foggy. I did wonder how many games are actually going ahead tonight, and I think we have to kind of give a bit of a special mention to all of the clubs at non-league football who have managed to get the games on tonight. Because I don't know what it's been like in Stowe all day, but for me working in Bury St Edmunds, it's been torrential rain the entire day.
Yeah, it hasn't been all day, but there was some spells of it.
Right.
We got asked about Bedford at the top of the show. They're 1-0 down against Ware currently.
Right. Okay.
That's just happened.
There we go. From Ipswich Town, are you stretching as far as Bedford? Adam, I'm sure he will keep you up to date with what's
Penalty
going on
to Fakenham. Penalty to Fakenham versus Mulbarton.
Wow. There we go. Obviously, we know what Bob Barton have been about. You're sure not in Scotland with that, fog, says Ben.
It's bad.
I know football lads. Also, you're both my mates, and no biased views on that one. Your comment on here, mate. I don't think you follow me on the non-league Suffolk account. No, we don't on non-league now because we are only following football clubs. That account is purely being kept separate to just follow football accounts.
It's a safe, safety thing for the show, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're doing it so that we can keep up to date with as many football scores as we possibly can. And we just kind of want to keep it separate to our main Twitter feed because once you start mixing in other people's stuff, it just kind of gets a little bit blurry. That is the reason why. Ipswich, I have to say, Rushden have the noisiest fans I've come across at this level. That's brilliant. Love that. Which is great, to be honest.
Soak the atmosphere up.
Yeah, definitely. Soccer Saturday, no way. Non-league now all day. Appreciate that, my man. Appreciate that. Have Lake and Heath got the correct hashtag MTFC for Newmarket game? I'll need to look into that. Sharon. I don't honestly know. Adam, can you investigate that for us?
Lake and Heath. MTFC? What on earth is that hashtag?
I don't know. But whilst we are waiting on that update from the Fakenham game, they did convert the penalty into the bottom left-hand corner. Keeper goes the right way, but he can't keep it out. Jack Robinson with the goal for Fakenham, and they are 1-0 up away from home against Mulbarton. That's a very, very good scoreline for them. 100%.
Yeah, I was expecting that to be all Mulbarton tonight, so we'll see how that goes. I think this league is going to turn out to be one of the most unpredictable seasons in, a long time.
100%. We are approaching the 25-minute mark of tonight's game, so let's go through some of the latest scores whilst some games are hitting a bit of a lull. So we've got Colville 1, Avelchurch 0. It's Hednesford 0, Nuneaton Borough 0. Needham Market 1, AFC Rushden Diamonds 0. Peterborough Sports versus Tamworth. It's Peterborough who are ahead in that top of the table clash. St Ives 0, Lowestoft Town 1, and Stratford 0, Stour Bridge 0. Ishmael North. No updates so far from the Sudbury versus Durham game. That game is currently 0-0, as is Basildon versus Whittam. Bury are 1-0 up against Coggeshall Town, but again, reminder, those guys are down to 10 men in that game. Haybridge Swiss versus Stowmarket, that game is still 0-0, as is the Holbridge versus Felixstowe game, but we don't know how longer that game's going to go on with fog conditions there. Tilbury 0, Great Waker and Rovers 0. In the Furlough Nunn premise, Galston 0, Kirkley and Patefield 0. Mulbarton 0, Fakenham 1 with that penalty that was just converted a few moments ago. Newmarket are 1-0 down to Lakenheath. They are playing at home. It's Thetford 1, Hadley 0. Norwich United, after 5 minutes, were 2-0 up against Whitton. We also had Walsham the Willows. They are winning 1-0 in their FA Vars game against March Town. And in the Papa John's Trophy, it is Ipswich 1, West Ham under 21s 1. So they are all of the latest scores that are going on around the ground.
I'll tell you what, I'm watching the Ipswich game. They are rubbish.
What, Ipswich or West Ham?
Ipswich. They're not retaining possession. Morsey does look a flash of something else, to be completely honest. But the Ipswich just really got away with it as West Ham flashed a shot across the face of goal with no one waiting at the back post just to knock it in completely open. There
you go. Matthew, my friend, just scored the penalty against Mulbarton. He's a very good player, though. Love that. That Jack Robinson scored for Fakenham. Needham 1, Rushden and Diamonds 1, not tight enough at the back. So fantastic. I love that score update from you, my man. Keep those scores coming in. But yeah, not good from a local perspective. As I said, Needham 1, Rushden and Diamonds 1. Very interesting.
That's a very, very quick update because that only went through on the Needham Market Twitter account 16 seconds ago. So thank you very much for getting that in.
Yep, he beat both. He beat both of Rushden and Diamonds and Needham Market. So if you want the score updates, this is the number one place to be. This is where we bring it. Thanks to you guys. Absolutely.
Top quality work to those in the community.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, as I say, so that is the current scoreline at the moment. As I said, Needham 1, AFC Rushden Diamonds. Do you do this much, James? No, to be honest, it's kind of one of those that if we're available, we'll do them on the week, on a Tuesday night. There has to be enough games to kind of make it worth our while. Saturdays is something that we have considered, but logistics-wise, it's a nightmare. And
we will do one. We desperately want to. Let's not get away from that.
No, I think the problem with it is the moment you start doing one, people kind of want it more and more, and then it's then where do we draw the line between that and the the overall match day experiences, etc. But there we go. I'll tell you what, whilst we have hit a bit of a low in terms of games that are going on at the moment, I don't know if Stu, if you're still there, my man, if you can hear much of what we're saying. Let's bring you back into it. What's going on at your game? We've yet to hear any updates from you.
No, I don't really know how to describe it, really. It's a bit end-to-end, but nothing really happening.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Kirkley probably had the best of the chances, if I'm honest. They've just went through one-on-one. Great save by Jake Jessup. And he's had another one, made him make a save. Yeah, they're both defending really well, which is the referee's ruining it a little bit. He's giving free kicks that aren't free kicks, and he's not giving free kicks that are free kicks. So yeah, he loves it. He loves his whistle.
I've just heard quite a lot of whistle in the background of that passage of play. Just a bit of an update for people watching in. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything of Kirkley and Pakefield really this season, but they've come through and got some good results this year. Anything that you liked a lot about them?
They're a fairly big side, if I'm honest. They don't attack. I mean, if you was to say what's the strength of the two sides, you'd probably say that attacking wise, Gorton looked the threat because they break quick.
Yeah.
But Kirkley seemed to build the play up a little bit more. Probably because they're not a very big side. They're a very big side, not a very quick side. So they have to build it up because they can't. They've got no pace. So, yeah, I mean, the whistle you heard just a minute ago was a horrendous tackle in the middle that he didn't give us a free kick. And then Christy Finch got to the edge of the area and just sort of got a half shot away, but went down and got a free kick for it. So it was one of them ones he didn't give. He's give that one because he didn't give the other one. So.
What have you made of Goulston this season? Obviously, we've just talked about Kirkley there. What have you made of them this evening? Because obviously, league-wise, form-wise, they're actually going quite well so far, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Obviously, my connection with Yarmouth, so I've come across them for quite a few years. Against them as a squad and a team, they're not. They've not got a lot of new players as such. There's a lot of players here that have been here a lot of years, which obviously helps, and then they just obviously add in, a bit of strength where they need to. So,
yeah.
But they look threatening on the attack. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Okay, Stu, we'll check in with you later on. We'll see if we get on. If we don't get any goals come through, we'll check in with you at half time. Just kind of see what happens in the final 10-15 minutes. Cheers, mate.
Cheers for that, Stu.
Cheers, Joe. So we do have a goal coming through from the FA Vars. There's a second goal in the game. Is it an equaliser to March? No, it's Walsham. They've gone 2-0 up in the Vars. Absolutely incredible stuff. 2 goals in quick succession. They're now 2-0 up. First from Ryan Clark. Love that. Yeah, I'm a big
Ryan Redcard Clark.
Big fan of Ryan on there. And also Jamie Smith getting the goals there. Any other updates that are coming through at the moment?
I think Basildon have just gone 1-0 up against Whittam. That's probably not on your followed list. Whilst you were going through the fixtures, I was rapidly typing in teams and following.
They're there.
I know they're there. Yeah,
they are there. Yeah, there you go. 1-0 to Basildon. Happy days. Happy days. I know MV Videos is not going to be pleased with that scoreline from the Walsham game.
No.
What do you make of it?
It's going to be a hard night for March now. I'd hope that Walsham don't sit back on that, though, because March have proven in the last couple of games that they've got goals in them.
Yeah, there you go. Update. Ipswich still currently drawing as things stand. Thanks, Ben. Keep us in the loop with that one. I know Adam is watching the game, but he's ferociously going through Twitter at the moment trying to get updates from that game.
We've got another goal come through. Holbridge Sports 1, Felixstowe 0. Goal time 31 minutes. It's a good time to score if there ever was one. Time to settle for them now.
And I tell you what, Adam, you are going to be shocked by this scoreline. Lakenheath have doubled their lead against Newmarket. Absolutely unbelievable. What a scoreline coming in there. And it just goes to show this league is going to be bloody mental this year. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's something else, that is. That game could go all over the place now. But Lakenheath obviously enjoying playing on the plastic.
Yeah, definitely. Not that Felixstowe could see through the fog. Love that. That's brilliant, Colin.
Probably making goalkeeping pretty tricky tonight.
Oh, brilliant.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely brilliant. I tell you what, there's a big goal coming in at Sudbury. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've just seen something else. Lakenheath are 3-0 up, James.
You are joking.
Have just scored a third.
No way. Absolutely insane. I'm struggling to keep up with these score lines. This is ridiculous. But yeah, coming from step 4, as I said, Sudbury are 1-0 down against Dereham. Their unbeaten record is under threat at the home of Sudbury. But yes, you are right. Wow. 3-0 to Lakenheath. Jesus Christ! Wow. I mean, did you? There's no way you could have seen that result coming, given the form of both of these teams. But that's incredible.
I've just tweeted on I've just added a comment on the Twitter, just underneath where they put "Get in, Tommy." I've put a comment underneath that one.
Have a lay down at half time, lads. That's brilliant. Another goal update coming through from Step 3, and Nuneaton are 1-0 up against Hednesford. Update that scoreline, of course. We will.
This absolutely shocking from a Newmarket perspective. I mean, Lakenheath are running riot.
Yes, goals definitely coming in tonight. You are not wrong, Matthew. Honestly, it's been absolutely incredible this evening. As I said, normally these shows are a little bit of a slow burner, and then they kind of get going towards the end of the half, but not tonight. There's been goals all over the place. Ben, so watch it, drink it in.
We've got a yellow card for a Felixstowe player, Billy Holland, just after the goal. So I hope they're not losing their discipline a bit. Maybe a bit of frustration there. Holbridge Sports have scored. Who are they playing tonight?
They're playing Felixstowe.
Oh, that's all right. That's fine. That's still the same one. They've just tweeted it very late. That's fine.
Right. Okay.
It's only just come through on my feed. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was thinking, oh God, here's another goal. Bloody hell. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Just a bit of an update from the
There's another goal, James. There is another goal.
Is there really?
Walsham 3, Marchtown 0.
Oh,
Walsham are running right, and they most certainly are not sitting back.
Jesus Christ, you're not wrong, Adam. Let's bring it up on the screen. Here it is. Yeah, the 3-0 up to Walsham, and I think it's safe to say that game is game, set, and match. I think that's done.
There's a nice little mini report from Tim Scales, who appears to be a groundhopper. It's at Tim Scales 94. And he summarises exactly what's happened so far with a nice little picture.
Yeah, I know Tim. I follow him on my personal one.
Yeah, so nice little summary there of what's gone on.
Thanks to 2 absolute screamers and a tap in. There you go. Yeah, I know Tim. I follow him on my personal one because he's a Norwich fan. Wow, look at that! Sudbury 0, Dereham 2, a penalty for Dereham.
How quickly things can swing! That's unbelievable.
Wow!
No goals conceded in 3 games for Sudbury, I believe, and that's a quick fire double.
Wow! Honestly, some of these scorelines that are coming in this evening are just absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad that we covered tonight's show because I knew some of these games were going to be big. I knew that this was going to be a big night of football, but I wasn't expecting this level. This has been absolutely brilliant.
Bedford Town now 2-0 down.
Ipswich dispute between the Rushden Diamonds, and the referee that restarted the game whilst checking a player with a head injury. Let's appreciate the update on that one. Any updates on a Sunday league show? It's one of those things that once StreamYard allow us to be able to give out the account to other people to do stuff on, then we will be in a position to potentially launch other shows. But at the moment, we are basically waiting for them to.
We've got our hands tied at the minute. We're ready to do it. We've got someone that really wants to do it, and we really want to get them on board because he's an absolute gem and his knowledge is incredible. But yeah.
Matthew, Dereham are a good side, though. Can't take them for granted. No, Dereham are a fantastic team. They really are a good team. They've actually started off this season very well, to be honest. They've actually done incredibly well. So, no, not much of a shock from there. But just given how Sudbury have started off the season. Little bit of an update from Step 3. We've got Stratford, who are currently... they've gone 1-0 up in their game against Stour Bridge. So we've updated that scoreline across the bottom of your feed. See if we can get any other updates. Is there who scored? Lowestoft
2-0. Big goal for Lowestoft. Wow, big goal indeed.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. We'll see if we can try and get an update come through on Twitter in just a few moments. I'm just going to keep refreshing my page. How did you find that out? Is it on your Twitter?
St Ives Town.
Oh,
Twitter,
okay.
46 seconds ago, it logged in from my last refresh.
There you go. And we do have a goal update from Step 4 as well. Tilbury are 1-0 up against Great Wakering Rovers. So they are 1-0 up. You'll find this quite interesting, mate. The Bury Coggeshall game that's going on at the moment. Obviously, we know Bury are 1-0 up and they are down to 10 men. Coggeshall have had 4 players yellow carded in this half.
I've seen 2. I've saw Milo Grimes has been done, and I saw somebody else. So ref might be looking to even things up before the night ends.
You don't want to say that, but yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
No implication, just stating the obvious from what I can see is happening, I think.
But yeah, no, you are right. 2 minutes ago, St Ives 0, Lowestoft Town 2. A very, very big goal coming from that game there, which is great. We were talking about it last night. It's good to see. It's good to see them get. Obviously it's not half time yet. We're still very, very early days in the game, but they've had a bit of a shaky start this season. Let's be honest. They've not got off to the start that they would have wanted. There's been a lot of defeats in and amongst that, but this could be the result that kind of gets them going, kickstarts their season. Yeah, brilliant to see. 2-0 up. As I said, we've got about just shy of 10 minutes to go before the halftime scores start coming in, or maybe about 5 minutes. I think the Durham game's a little bit delayed for me there. So we've got about 5 minutes or so to go in on that one. Ben, Dev, Anton, and Blakey Special could make for some serious numbers. Watch this space is all I'm going to say on that one. Watch this space. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Goal from Felixstowe.
Super Ollie Camphor.
Can they see what they're doing? Ollie Camphor can. He can certainly see. He knows where the back of the net is. Fog or no fog, Felixstowe have got an equaliser. They are 1-1 in that game. Fantastic stuff. Great response from them. We love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. But yeah, Holbridge 1, Felixstowe 1. A great response over there. Any other scorelines that are coming in at the moment? We're going to give that a like. Good old Super Ollie Camphor. Ollie Camphor heads in from a resulting corner to put Felixstowe level. March are a little bit late in doing their updates. It's currently 3-0, not 2-0. They might need to do that again. Probably somebody who hasn't got a little bit of signal, I would have thought. Keeper Kafer fists away Berrytown Loney. Trent dangerous free kick, having a good spell from 10 men. Berry.
What's that Loney's name?
Let's try and pronounce this, shall we? Nwabezu?
Norboise.
Mboise. Is that how you say it?
Norboise.
Mboise? Okay.
Norboise.
There we go. Wow, what a turnaround. Felixstowe are 2-1 up.
Hitter hits the net.
Josh Hitter.
Unbelievable.
Hitter. That's brilliant. He's absolutely superb. So from being 1-0 down within the space of 2 minutes, they've managed to turn that game around, and right before half time as well. Wow. Unbelievable.
What's all going on here?
It really is. It really, really is. Jesus, I need a breath. I need half time. It's been mental this half. Got me hyped now, mate. Yeah, let's say watch this space on that one. You're not seeing anymore.
I really hope they're singing that. I really hope they're singing it.
Oh, dear me. Ipswich Town, very end-to-end here. Marcus Garnham has kept us in this game. That's very interesting, obviously, against Russian and Diamonds. Yeah, wow, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
It's all gone a little bit quiet for the last minute or so.
Yeah, Felix though have been the ones kind of keeping things ticking over. I think both teams are a lot of teams are probably wanting to get themselves into half time as things stand. Matthew, Norwich versus Watford Saturday. James, what do you think? It's a must win, absolute must win, without a shadow of a doubt from Norwich. We've had a tough 4 games. It's been very difficult. If you'd have said to me how many points did I expect to get from Liverpool, Man City, Leicester, and Arsenal, I would have said none. So look, season starts now. We go. We'll go again.
Have we? Hadley score. If you want to look at it through the Thetford Twitter account, you'll get an absolutely comprehensive summary of exactly what happened.
Right. Okay. So, Hadley corner. They score 1-1. Is what Thetford have put.
Colville Town are 1-0 up. I don't know when that happened because I've missed that.
Stu, let's bring you in, my man. You're waving. What's going on at your game? You must be literally right before half time.
Yeah, it's not long now. We are Gorston 0, Kirkley 1.
Oh my word!
So
Kirkley 1-0 up. Wow.
Yeah, Gorston were on the attack, and then sort of lost it in Kirkley's half, and they sort of broke away a little bit, passed it out wide, allowed one in, one touch, bang, goal. So totally against the run of play because Gorston had just camped to their half really. So Gorston won't be happy. Gorston won't be happy they won them down.
I was going to say right before half time as well. From kick-off, did Gorston show any intent to get immediately back on the front foot?
That's literally kick back off. So and they just played the ball forward and gone out for a goal kick. So
pretty unsuccessfully then.
Yeah, Gorston have played a lot more long ball than I thought they would. To be fair,
right.
But it has been effective.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's totally against the run of play, really. And but John's still going though.
Drum will always go. Pretty much the most awful time to concede, and time for a big reaction and a big half-time team talk.
Yeah, literally half-time whistle just gone.
There we go. We just heard it. We just heard it. Wow.
There's all sorts going on at Walsham, James, by the way. Also, Stu, while you're there, we've just had an update saying it's Walsham 4, March 1.
Yeah, last time we heard there was a goal. We literally just had a goal coming in a few moments ago. Walsham 4-0 up. So it looks like March have got themselves a goal right before half time. You are correct. 4-1 in that game. Just give us a little bit of summary, Stu, from your game then. Just kind of let us know what's going on.
Can you tell us who won the raffle as well while you're there, please?
I was just going to say, not me.
Oh.
Yeah. In all fairness, that's not a great speaker, so I don't know who won it. So, Mr. Mumble won it, I think. So
it's the speaker system's end of life by now. They've got the new ground on the horizon, mate.
Yeah. In fairness, I'd say I've had a lot of connection here, playing against them and played a lot of cup finals here. It's a bit of a shame when this ground goes because it's a lovely little ground.
So many people say that. Absolute shame that goes.
And it could. This move's obviously been on the cards a long while, so there's obviously been no investment into the ground as such. It's been like it ever since I've known. But if it was the case that there's some investment into it and it was going to stay, it'd be an unbelievable ground.
Yeah. So, is it being sold off for development?
Yeah. Sorry, it's one of my just want someone writing an autograph. That's one of the old players I used to play with. So it's been sold off for houses. So
big shame.
It's literally surrounded by new builds. The whole ground's nearly surrounded. Well, probably on two sides at least. So
it's, last bit to go then.
So it'd be a shame when it does go because under the lights here is it's a nice place to play football as well. So.
Go and treat yourself to a cup of Bovril, and we'll catch up with you second half.
I'm a bit annoyed as well because Webby's not doing his burgers, and I had no tea. on the basis I was going to have a Webby burger, but it's not open.
Need to see if you can get in with the players afterwards and get a chili or whatever they're serving up.
So I'm now currently having a bit of chewing gum for my tea, so I can go to McDonald's on the way home.
Sounds like a solid bit of sustenance, Stu. Good to hear from you, and we'll catch up with you again in a few minutes.
No worries.
Cheers, mate. Absolutely love that. Brilliant stuff. I've just posted the link for the show. If you want to come on and have your say with what's going on at your game, I'm now posting it out on Twitter as well. If you want to come on and give us a report of the game that you're at, we would love to hear from you. Connor, poor first half from Stowe. Of course, that game is currently 0-0 as we stand. Ipswich Town, anybody got any glasses they could spare for the referee?
Oh no, not having a good one there then?
I would hazard a guess and say no, not having the best games.
That's a real shocker for Galston, that one, isn't it? The more you think about it.
Yeah, it's not the best of score lines. Let's put it that way. We've got a lot of halftime scores coming in. I believe that St Ives got a goal back.
Oh, really? I missed that one.
I'm not too sure what's going on there. Somebody's, I think the page is sort of correcting itself. I'm not entirely sure. People were a bit confused. They're kind of asking, is it 3-0? Because there's a third goal, but nobody knows whether or not it's 2-1 or whether or not it's 3-0. So I'm going to try and get that clarified. So let me just have a little bit of a look at that before we kind of give. Ives just scored from a corner on the stroke of half time. Wow. So there we go. So the St Ives pull a goal back before half time. That's a blow for Lowestoft. Going in at 2-0 would have been absolutely brilliant. But they've conceded a goal by the sounds of things literally before the halftime whistle. That is a big blow.
Sudbury Town half-time 1-0, but finished the stronger of the two sides. So 10 men wouldn't know it apparently.
I've got actually the goal from the Holbridge game versus Felixstowe, their free kick.
I think it went in the bottom corner.
Quite possibly. Yeah. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, we'll try and keep we'll get some other scorelines coming in. Oh, we've actually got the St Ives goal is available on their Twitter feed. So let's bring it back up onto the screen there. Why the hell not? So here is the goal, obviously playing on 3G. Love that.
Oh dear. I tell you what, he nearly took off. He flapped so hard at that.
That's brilliant. But yeah, so that was the goal that brought them to being 2-1. So let's go through some of the halftime scores, as all of the games are now confirmed at being at halftime that we are covering. So at the moment, it is Colville 1, Awel Church 0, Hednesford 0, Nuneaton Borough 1, Needham Market 1, Rushden and Diamonds 1. It's Peterborough Sports 1-0 up against Tamworth. St Ives, as we've just said, pulled that goal back against Lowestoft. It's 2-1 to Lowestoft. Stratford are 1-0 up against Stourbridge. In the Isthmian North, Dereham are winning 2-0 away from home against AFC Sudbury. Basildon are 1-0 up against Whittam Town. Bury 1-0 up against Coggeshall, but remember, Bury are down to 10 men in that game. Heybridge Swifts 0. Stowmarket 0. We've had a bit of a report coming through that Stowmarket are not playing well in that game, but we'll keep an eye on that. Not really much updates to go through with you on that game. Holbridge 1, Felixstowe 12 apparently. I'll update in a moment, but it's definitely 2-1 to Felixstowe. Tilbury 1, Great Wrexham Rovers 0. In the Furlough Prem, Kirkley and Patefield are 1-0 up against Goulston. We've just had a half-time report coming in from there. Fakenham 1-0 against Mold Barton. Lakenheath 3-0 against Newmarket. Still shock every time I read that out. Thetford 1-1 against Hadley United. Witton are still losing 2-0 to Norwich United. Those goals coming in the opening 5 minutes. Walsham 4, March Town 1, a half-time scoreline, which is absolutely crazy. And by the sound of things, it is still Ipswich 1, West Ham under 21s 1.
Ipswich enjoying 70% possession in the first half.
Yeah.
It's really not utilising it, though.
There you go. Let me update that Felixstowe score, because I don't want it to be as much as I'd love them to be winning 12-1. They're not winning 12-1. It is definitely 2-1. Poor defending there. Yeah, you're going to be disappointed from that, with that perspective, aren't you? If you were them. Mike, good to have you here, man. Thanks for providing this update. Halftime, 1-0 to Peterborough. We could have had more. I hope that we don't regret it. Very interesting. Obviously going up against a team themselves who are in very good form at the moment. Yeah, Matthew, 12 goals. Is it 6-0 to Norwich yet? Nope, still just the 2 goals.
We think it is. I think that they scored 2 so quickly. Whoever updates their Twitter has potentially passed out, because we haven't actually heard another...
It's not been any other updates.
Another update whatsoever. So no idea what's going on there, really.
No, really do not know. But yeah, as I said, link has been posted into the chat. If you want to come on and give your halftime reports on the game, we would love to hear from you. Adam, so far, what result is of a shock to you, and what result is of significance? What kind of game are you looking at and thinking, wow, that's
Lakenheath and Lakenheath.
Yeah.
Lakenheath and a bit more Lakenheath.
Yeah.
Barton need to sort themselves out, though.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest. It's only 1-0, so it's not a big thing, but Barton need to turn that around. But we have seen this half across several teams where they've gone from being behind to in front, literally in the blink of an eye. I think I pressed refresh on this once, and one team had scored 2 goals in the time it took me to press refresh. So it's all happening tonight. Yeah,
definitely. Like I said, this has been absolutely brilliant show so far. We've loved covering this. We've loved covering the games that are on this so far. But some of the scorelines have been absolutely ridiculous. Some of the goals that have come through have been brilliant. We've got to watch a lot of goals that have come through as well. A lot of people out and about recording tonight, which is brilliant to see. We absolutely love that. Hopefully we can get some more action coming on in terms of people reporting at the different games. We have sent out the link to a lot of people. We're literally just waiting for those guys to kind of tune in, dial in, etc. But yeah, we'll keep up to date with that as much as we possibly can, whilst Adam takes a 2-second break. Are Wroxham playing tonight? No game for them this evening. I said in the Furlough None Prem, the big hitters are your Mold Bartons, your Newmarkets, etc. But no, they are not playing this evening. They've got the evening off. I think obviously they are quite a few games ahead at the moment. The statistics for Paul Cook has a lot of managers would have been sacked by now. Nigel Atkins from Charlton next. I'll get Adam's thoughts on that in a couple of moments, because I'd love to hear what he has to say on that one. But yeah, halftime scores, as I said, we've all reported on those. We've got probably around about 10 minutes or so before no worries. Somebody's just sending me a bit of an update, just saying that they are going to try and come on at some point this evening. It's not a problem. Not a problem. You can't help, unfortunately. Signal. It just is. It is what it is. So, any other updates? No, we are at halftime in every single game. Matthew, enjoying the show. Really appreciate that. These live shows kind of go any direction. It all depends on the results and the games that we have coming in. So hopefully you guys are, you are enjoying this. And as I said, at full time, we'll hopefully get some people coming on to the show, giving us their full time reports, and hopefully we can get a couple of interviews with some people as well. That'd be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting to hear on that one. Yeah. So as I said, that is currently the score lines. I am going to just take a 30-second break whilst Adam is on there as well. We'll be back in a few moments for the second half.
Back.
Oh, Adam's back. I'll tell you what, whilst you do that, I'm just going to go and grab myself a quick drink as well.
Yep.
Whilst you answer this statement from Ipswich Town. The statistics that Paul Cook has, a lot of managers would have been sacked by now. Nigel Atkins from
Do you know what? Good leap off point. You are right. I don't think many people will have got away with the record that he has maintained, because it's been consistent throughout his time at Ipswich. But I think one of the things that you'll find is that everything that happened last season was probably pretty much zeroed by the owners, and I don't think anyone would be sacked after 5 defeats. I'll be honest with you, it genuinely is very, very poor from Town. But it's a difficult time, isn't it? It's a completely new squad. The problem that he is showing is that he'll just stick to this one formation, this one way of playing. For me, one of the big problems is not having an assistant manager and anyone there with diversity of opinion. So there's no one there that can very rigidly say, look, this needs to be plan B. Paul Cook's plan B is his plan A again, which is not getting us anywhere. And that one style of play just doesn't seem to be fitting with the individuals that he's brought in. The argument against it is a lot of those players have played together before, but all 20 of them haven't played together before. There's some flashes of brilliance at the weekend, despite the loss. Sonny Aluko, I'd call out in particular as being a strong performer, but players like Evans so far have been dreadful, and to be honest, he's been captaining the side. Defensively, 6s and 7s, and that needs to change. And we've really brought players straight into the fold that probably weren't fit, and not being able to hold on to a lead and have the mental strength and desire to keep hold of that is really costing the team. A loss tonight, look, it isn't the end of the world against West Ham under 21s. It's a cup that, let's be honest, they've already laid out. It's the lowest of low priorities for the team. That was clear at the start of the season, and fans need to remember the fact that they would have set team objectives, and that those won't have changed just because of what the league results are. And Cook is very much protecting that first team with the selection that he's put out tonight. Despite us needing a win, for me, it's more about what we do on Saturday. There will be some more turning fans if this is a negative result. But there's 45 minutes more football to go. Morsey, from what I've seen so far, has been extremely good. I'll be honest. He can pick a pass. His movement's very good, and off the ball, he looks good enough to know where to pick the ball up again. And I do think he'll come in and transform that midfield a bit. And he just needs to add a bit of strength and grit. Raheem Harper's another one that I've been extremely disappointed with, but I'm not sure how we will play going forward in terms of the midfield options that we've got available to us. There's a few people in the team tonight that maybe should be looking for opportunities to push on for first team places. There's not really much available on the bench that's going to be affecting the first team on any sort of weekend match day. So game's getting ready to kick off again. Yeah,
they are. Yeah, we've got quite a few of our games. Fakenham versus Mulbarton's kicked off.
Just spilled Coke all over me.
Fantastic. The Colville game's underway. Confirmation half-time coming in from Norwich United. Their game is 2-0. Stu, you've got an update for us. What's going on?
Yeah, no, so we've just kicked off here, but I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update on the food situation. I've had a packet of cheese and onion crisp and a hot chocolate, so I'm calling that the dessert.
That means you can't have a McFlurry, though, Stu.
Oh, you can always have McFlurry.
Oh, yeah, there we go. A double dessert.
Yeah.
Any half-time changes?
Not that I can see. Nothing over the microphone, so or the muffle zone, as we call it.
The Muffletone, yeah. The Newmarket have come straight back out after half time and hit the post in their game, which they're losing 3-0 against Lakenheath. Table could be a bit topsy-turvy after today, even if Galston don't get a win.
Well, if Galston don't get anything from this, then that's a great result for Galston.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the thing,
I can't see Galston not scoring them. That's the thing.
Yeah. Roxham will be the true winners from this, won't they? If both the South and Newmarket don't get a result, they're the winners.
I think
real winners.
if Galston score next, then they'll go on and win it.
I'm surprised you haven't got Roxham fans there sort of cheering Kirkland and Pakefield on.
To be fair, there's quite a few Kirkley. Obviously, it's only probably 10 miles down the road. So
yeah,
don't know what to call it really. Can't call it the A12 derby anymore because it's not the A12. It's now the A47. And you can't call it the East Coast derby because that's Yarmouth Galston. So it's just a derby.
Yeah, just a normal derby game.
Yeah.
Stowmarket in the background have just gone 1-0 up with the Stowmarket Messi scoring his opening goal of the season. Robbie Sweeney.
Good update from Ben there, and you are correct. Robbie Sweeney, 48 minutes rather. They wish it was the 84th minute, but 48th minute goal, literally right after half time. So Stowe are currently 1-0 up. Stu, we'll bring you back in as and when stuff happens in your game. Appreciate it, mate.
No worries.
Cheers for that one. So, Adam, thoughts on that one? Stowe 1-0 up.
I'll tell you what my thoughts are. Norwich United are 3-0 up.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow. There we go.
There's all sorts going on already.
This is brilliant. What a night on the show.
Nudged under the keeper after a defensive error. I mean, that goal just sounds like a bit of a nightmare for Witten, that one. A world-class save. Go up. Who's that claiming a world-class save?
Well, from Stourbridge.
Got his big mitt on a shot. I love that. World-class save.
So there we go. We've also got footage of the penalty.
Nicely slotted away.
Let's watch it again. Love that. Got all the time in the world for that. So there we go. Soham Town. I've completely forgot I was following them, but they're currently 1-0 up, just in case anybody's interested. It looks as if, Sudbury have got a goal back, literally very quickly. Romario Dunn. So Sudbury pulling a goal back in that game. Comeback is well and truly on. Again, they've probably had a bit of a fire, a bit of a rocket stuck up.
I've no idea what league this is in. I think we may have missed Brightlingsea region off. I mean, they're reasonably close to us in terms of how step 3 goes, but they're losing 3-0 to Bishop Stortford tonight.
Here we go. Here's the Stowe goal.
Oh, hello.
Good finish.
Sweeney doing what Sweeney does.
Yeah, 100%. And that is courtesy of Vanders TV. Absolutely love that, my man. Really appreciate that. Any other scorelines coming through at the moment? Just going through some of these games. I think we are all up to date. We've got our first few attendances confirmed of the evening. The attendance at the Bury game tonight, 417 people. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible there. Big numbers coming in from Bury. So, 417 in attendance there.
Probably more there than there is at Ipswich, if I'm honest.
Possibly, quite possibly. We did have an attendance update from the Sudbury game as well. I'm just going to scroll through and see if I can try and find that. Won't be 2 seconds. We also had that updated as well.
Abish starting on the bench for Lakenheath tonight as well.
So 164 people for Sudbury on that one. Ipswich really enjoying these shows. I keep watching them back to take my mind off the stress and pains of work. Glad
you're enjoying them.
Yeah, glad you're enjoying the shows. We are enjoying recording them. and filming them rather. There is a goal at the Stowmarket game, and the lead did not last long. It is 1-1. Andrew Fennell for Haybridge Swifts. I swear he played for somebody fairly recently, didn't he? Was he at Needham?
Yeah.
He was at Needham, wasn't he? He's the player that just recently moved. Wow.
Yeah, just left from Needham.
Unbelievable. There we go. So as I said, the lead did not last very long. It's Haybridge Swifts 1, Stowmarket 1. Definitely need to keep a close eye on this game tonight. Any other updates coming in so far? No, we appear to be all up to date as
big chance by the sound of it from Rushton, but a good save again from Garnham in the Needham game. The Thetford account's a laugh a minute, isn't it, on its Twitter? I mean, listen to
what's been said now.
50 minutes. Great skill from Hadley player on edge of the box, but shot flies miles over.
Oh, brilliant.
First chance of the game falls to Hadley United. Lambert fires in the shot. Keeper can't hold it. Ivett races in, but keeper dives on it and gets there first. It's 1-1 in that Hadley game. Did you know it was 1-1 in the Hadley Thetford game? Did we cover that? Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah. We did.
I'm losing my way. Losing my way.
You are a little bit, but it's fine. We forgive you. There's a lot going on this evening, so don't worry about it. You're absolutely fine. Oh, dear me. I'm
Absolutely
just going to be
slamming the refresh button over here.
Yeah, I know.
There has been a goal. There has been a goal.
I've just seen it. I've just seen it. It's just popped up on my timeline. If it's the same one that you are referring to,
it's quite a big one, to be honest.
I tell you what, there's 2 goals that have just popped up. 2 very, very big goals coming from the Furlough Nunn Prem. First one, Fakenham. It is 1-1 between Fakenham and Mulbarton. They got a goal in the 54th minute. Score from 10 yards. Poor marking up, but we keep going. Fakenham.
More parking. James is marshalling the car park. More parking over here.
And there we go. Hadley are 2-1 up against Thetford. So you asked whether or not we covered the goal. We certainly have, and we've covered the third one as well. Incredible. Wow. So 2 very quick updates from the Furlough Nunn. Thetford's at home.
25 yards out, according to the Thetford Town Twitter.
Wow, there we go. Post, that should have been that would have been what the doctor had ordered for Newmarket. You won't see a cleaner strike from Lake on the edge of the area. I think that was a shot that you were referring to earlier on, weren't you? So as I say, Mulbarton equalised against Fakenham. That game is now 1-1. Have we? Yeah, we've seen the 3-0 update. They're just talking about a substitution in that game. And so Mulbarton 1, Fakenham 1, and then we've got Thetford who are winning 2-1 at home against Hadley. That will be a brilliant result for them if they can keep that together for Thetford, because again, one of those teams that things have not been going quite well. Things have not been going well for them this season, but that's a very, very big goal. A very big goal indeed. And we've got another update coming through from Stuart, his game between Galston and Kirkley. Stu, what can you tell us?
1-1.
Oh, we knew it wouldn't be long.
We knew it wouldn't be long. There we go.
Connor Ingram sort of broke, sort of bearing down on goal a little bit, and then was just sort of scythed down on the edge of the area. From the free kick, they've just fired it in low, far post. I think the keeper may have parried it, and then Mitch Mackay was there just to slot it in. So momentum is definitely still with Galston. Kirkley, Kirkley have had a couple of chances, but yeah, it's still all Galston really, and they'll probably go on now and probably score again. So.
Probably starting to go the way I thought it would go in terms of I did think tonight would be all Galston, so I was certainly shocked to hear that Kirkley had gone 1 up in the first instance, I'll be honest.
But yeah, it's totally against the run of play, so but Ricky and Scott have obviously given a bit of a rocket at half time, and They've come out. They've come here, and I mean, Christy Finch looks so frustrated. He's he's doing everything right, but it's just not dropping for him. So
Yeah.
But he's down now, injured at the minute. But he's up. So yeah, could be some more here now. So.
Definitely.
Good crowd as well. We talked about crowds earlier. We're probably 150 maybe.
Good. It's very
crowd
good.
for Tuesday night. Yeah.
Very good
Decent.
stuff. Stu, appreciate the update.
All
Keep
right,
us
no worries.
informed. And you've seen the penalty on the screen there for Needham. They did convert it, and we've got our update, not from Twitter, but somebody who's at the game as we speak. Really appreciate that. Needham 2, Russian and Diamonds 1. Luke Ingram into the top right-hand corner, so they take the lead in that game. Fantastic stuff from Needham there. They need that win desperately.
Bit of a penalty shout here for Ipswich. Going on. Louis Barry absolutely charging down the left-hand side and into the box and brought down under pressure from the right back. And it all seemed just like a big tangle of arms, but refs having none of it. The game remains 1-1.
I'll tell you what, we've got an absolutely massive scoreline coming in between Sudbury and Dereham. We know that Sudbury got a goal back. There's a fourth goal. Has it gone the way of Sudbury? It's Dereham. They're 3-1 up. They restore their 2-goal lead in that game.
That's a big goal in that game.
Sudbury 1, Dereham 3. Just when you think that Sudbury are getting their way back into the game, Dereham, as I said, retake their 2-goal lead in that one. Fantastic stuff from a Dereham perspective. Let's get some other scorelines coming in at the moment. Any other updates? I don't know if you've seen this as well. Tilbury are currently 2-0 up against Great Wakering Rovers. I think I've already updated that scoreline. I have. That's already in there. The game between Bury and Coggeshall, we talked about the yellow cards that are going on in that game in the first half. There's been another 2 yellow cards in that game already this second half. I'm just scrolling through if I can just try and show you.
Yeah, Russell Claydon's just updated that, and there's actually both of the bookings that have just happened are a result of a bit of a fight. There's been a scuffle. There's oh my goodness me, Felix though.
Holbridge 1, Felixstowe 3. They were 1-0 down and they got their 2 goals right before half-time. Stuart Ainsley with the goal for Felixstowe.
On the march.
Fantastic stuff. That is absolutely brilliant from a local perspective. But yeah, 3-1. 3-1 to Felixstowe. Get in there.
Craig Parker coming on for his first appearance of the season, I believe, for Stowe Market. Big player for Stowe. Replacing Emmanuel McKay in midfield.
There you go. We've got another goal or another incident, it appears, at the game between Galston and Kirkley. Stu, what can you tell us?
There'll be no Christy Finch goal tonight. He's just gone off. He took a knock a minute ago when I was with you last. He was down injured and he's tried to run it off. He was holding sort of around his knee area, but so they just took him off. They just took him off. I'm gutted I didn't score any time as well. So they took maybe just precaution, but he didn't. He walked off all right, but yeah.
Oh my bloody God! You are not going to believe the scoreline that has just come in at the moment. It's come from the Newmarket game. Lakenham. You've
done it again. You've done Lakenham again.
I don't believe it. Unbelievable.
That's a coupon buster.
That really is. That's an absolute battering.
Oh my God! What a scoreline!
That's a bit of a derby as well, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. We were talking about that last night, saying it practically classify itself as a derby.
Yeah,
that one. Unbelievable. So a bit of a different challenge on Galston's hands now without their star striker. It's going to be interesting to see how that one unfolds.
Yeah. I can see it being a draw now, if I'm honest.
Right.
But someone might nick one. You never know.
Yeah. We'll come back to you and catch up on how that's going.
Yeah, appreciate that, Stu. 4-0 to the Lakenham boys.
That's never going to go away anymore.
It's not. It's really not. Oh, dear no. Ben, fucking hell. Brilliant. 2-0 to Peterborough Sports in the top of the table clash. There is goals
Goal, that one.
all over the place. Colville in step 3 are currently now 2-0 up against Oval Church. And as I said, we've now got to update that scoreline. Peterborough 2-0 up against Tamworth in that top of the table.
I don't know what I'm missing. The Bedford Town score is now 3-2.
Which game are you talking about? Sorry.
Bedford Town are playing against. We were talking about it earlier. Where?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And 2 quick-fire goals from Bedford have got them back in the game. It's 3-2, and they're down to 10 men. Christ alive! They're better with 10 men than they are with 11.
Absolutely unbelievable. We are approaching the 60-minute mark in all of our games. Once I finish my tweet, we'll go through some of these.
Colville have got 276 at the club tonight.
Good attendance. Good attendance, that.
I'm having to filter out so many clubs that we're not following from my timeline.
Yeah, just like hide them for 24 hours. You'll be absolutely fine.
I can't be bothered.
So, updates at the moment. As I said, Colville 2-0 up against Able Church. Hednesford 0, Nuneaton Borough 1. It's Needham Market 2, AFC Russian and Diamonds 1. It's Peterborough Sports 2, Tamworth 0, St Ives 1, Lowestoft 2. No updates from that game in the second half so far. Stratford 1, Stourbridge 0. In the Ishmael North, it's Sudbury 1, Dereham Town 3. Basildon 1-0 up against Whittam Town. Bury are still 1-0 up against Coggeshall. A lot of yellow cards and, of course, the early red card in the 10th minute for Bury. They're, of course, down to 10 men. Haybridge Swifts 1, Stowe Market 1. Stowe getting a very early goal in the second half, but Haybridge responding very quickly. Holbridge 1, Felixstowe 3. That is actually 3 to Felixstowe now. We'll get that updated in a few seconds. Tilbury 2, Great Wakering Rovers 0. In the Furlough Nunn premise, Galston 1, Kirkley and Patefield 1. We've got Mulbarton 1, Fakenham 1. Needham Market 0, Lakenheath 4 in a massive shock result so far in that game. Thetford 2, Hadley United 1, Whitton United 0, Norwich United 3. In the Vars, only the 5 goals so far. Walsham and Willows 4, March Town United 1. And in the Papa John's Trophy, it is Ipswich 1, West Ham under-21s 1. Let's get that scoreline updated between Felixstowe. As I said, they are 3-1 up against Holbridge Sports. Any other updates coming through from the games as we stand? A yellow card in the Fakenham game for Jack Robinson, pushed over and gets booked and pushed over twice. I don't know what's going on in that game, but they're not happy about it. Couple of substitutions going on at Lowestoft in the 61st minute as they try to change the game up a little bit. Felixstowe are now making their substitutions. That tends to be what is kind of happening at the moment. A lot of subs going on in all of these games as we approach
the substitutes at the minute, isn't there?
Yeah, as we approach that 60-minute mark. Another player booked for Coggeshall. I mean, it's surely it's only a matter of time before that game is 10 men each. It's just ridiculous at the moment. We have got an equaliser actually at step 3 between Hednesford and Nuneaton. That game is now 1-1. Of course, Nuneaton were 1-0 up, but Hednesford are now 1-1. So
we've got an attendance from the Ipswich game coming as well.
Hit me.
4,231. I've seen a tweet that says attendance 4-2-3-1, sign from the gods, change the bloody formation, do a goal. So yeah, I mean, Ipswich have just had another let off anyway with losing the ball in midfield, and Okoflex has unmarked at the back post.
Ipswich has said, I don't know if it's the effect that Gareth Heath has on teams, but we are much better tonight than we have been all season. Wow, that's a big statement coming through from that Needham game. One man.
A lot of words to say how much better Needham were at the weekend. So they're obviously building.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Yeah.
We do have an update coming through from the Fakenham and Mulbarton game. Matthew, this is like final score, but better. We really appreciate that, my man. We really appreciate that. But yeah, here is the update that's coming through at the moment. It's a penalty for Fakenham. They've got another one for a high foot ? Nobody is too sure. I'm sure Fakenham will give their update.
Mulbarton player had gone to the sin bin in this incident as well. Kieran Smith.
Wow.
There not ideal.
I just saw that attendance actually, Ben. Talking about the attendance there at the Soham game against Daventry. 86 people turned up for that game tonight. But yeah, so Mulbarton are going to be down to 10 men until the 78th minute. And as you can see there, Colville are now 3-0 up against Oval Church. We'll update that scoreline for football at step 3.
The sort of temperature check of feeling around Ipswich fans is starting to become evident on Twitter. Lots of feelings of being bored, fed up, change needed.
Look at this, though. The penalty was saved in the Mulbarton game. So that game is still 1-1. As I said, they are now down to 10 men very temporarily for the next 10 minutes. Sorry, Karen, talking what you're saying about Ipswich. I think the feeling's been kind of brewing for the last few weeks, hasn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, and there's those tweets going out now relating to fans being bored, change needed. So that's not looking good. Norwich United have just gone 4-0 up against Witton.
Literally just about to report that. 4-0.
Unbelievable.
Jackson hat-trick.
I just called him Haxon. I'm learning from you. Can you please get your words out? Liam Haxon with a jack trick.
Your screen has gone fuzzy. I don't know what. Apologies if that is our signal, mate.
We look good, Oren. Clear red card for a horror challenge from number 9.
Need to see if we can try and
not another red card at Witton.
Appears to be the case.
That could be number 9 is likely to that will either be the new forward that they got, Asa Millard.
Yeah,
I think that's likely to be because I think Ollie Dunlop is still suspended.
Update, as you can see on the screen here from the Thetford-Hadley game, a penalty to Hadley. They score. It is currently 2-2 in that game.
All a bit lively at that one.
100%, mate. 100%. Let's see if there's any other updates to say who's actually scored the goal there. Yes, as you say, Witton down to 10 men and 4 goals down. Red card for Witton as they are down.
It's the end of that one.
To 10 men. No update from the game between Thetford and Hadley to see who actually scored the goal. We'll try and keep you up to date with that as much as we possibly can to let you know who was the scorer of the Hadley goal.
I've just got a. Oh yeah, no, it's okay. Ignore me. Like the Thetford feed is way ahead of the Hadley one.
Yeah. Do often find that at this level of football, don't you? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Fine, that's Joe Yaxley. Okay. Right.
Getting a few updates coming through. Yeah, so Joe Laxey converts from the penalty spot. And there is a goal in the game between Mulbarton and Fakenham. Obviously, Fakenham with their penalty shout. And, they missed their penalty. And it looks as if they have been made to rue that penalty miss. Mulbarton scoring from a near post header. So Mulbarton are now 2-1 up.
I'll be honest, Mulbarton haven't been conceding a terrible amount of goals this season. The one they've let in this game has been from a penalty. So you'd have to back Mulbarton at this point in time in the game.
Definitely. But yeah, so as I said, Mulbarton Now 2-1 up in that game. We are approaching the fifth final, what looks like final 15, 20 minutes of most of the games that we are watching.
20 minutes to go.
And at this point, this is where I'm now going to go live on Twitter for the final 20 minutes or so of the game.
Did you forget to do it at half time?
No. I just decided to. I'm gonna unfollow myself because I don't need to be following myself on this page. Apparently in the Lakenheath game, they should be 5-0 up. Apparently, they've had a good few opportunities to make that game 5-0. Stu, you've got another update. What's going on in your game, my man?
Yeah, 2-1 Kirkley.
Oh my word!
Again, totally against the run of play. It was all Galston really, and then Kirkley have broke, slotted one down the side, and he's just come across Jake Jessup with a shot into the far post. So, yeah.
Wow.
Has that kind of come against the run of play? Has it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's not expected at all.
All to do here for Galston now. 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, good news for Newmarket.
I should think so. Yeah, I mean they are really being let off the hook.
Yeah,
and to be honest, so are Wroxham.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You think from a Wroxham perspective right now, you're sitting there at home, you're not playing tonight, you're looking at the scorelines coming in, you're thinking, what? Newmarket are 4-0 down, and Galston are losing 2-1. You're like,
rubbing your hands together. Yeah.
This is dreamland for Wroxham. Wow, unbelievable. So goal against the run of play.
Kirkley got another free kick now, just on the edge of, just sort of 10, 20 yards short of the box. They're going to whip in. So
I'll tell you what, we'll stick with you for that free kick. See if that goes in.
I'll probably hit the wall now. No, they're going out for a goal kick.
There we go. Stu, really appreciate the update, my man. Keep those scorelines coming in. Wow. Shock result there. Did not expect that. I thought when he was going to be coming to us to report a third goal, that was going to be Galston.
I thought it was going to be all Galston, and after they got their goal back, that would really change things. But goodness me, that really will be some result for Kirkley.
Yeah, 100%. So if I could ask a massive favour from everybody who's in the comment section right now, if you are one of those people that is on Twitter, go over to the live stream that's going on right now and give the video a retweet. That would be massively appreciated for the final 20 minutes of all of the games that we've got going on at the moment. It would be amazing if we could try and get as many people onto the show as is possible. So yeah, if you can go over to the DJam page, DJam Vlogs on Twitter. If you're not following me already, go and give me a follow. But then once you've done that, retweet the link that's going out for this show. We want to get as many people in as we possibly can. That would be much appreciated. Ben has put players needed for Witten, or is it just down to quality? What do you think?
Witten have got some quality there. It's just clearly not clicking. I wouldn't say they need to play. A lot of people will tell you they've signed some quality players from leagues above as well. So yeah,
there we go.
Well, I knew it'd be a hard game for them, but
One Ipswich is turning out to be a good night all round. Needham are winning. Witten are on track for a hammering. Brilliant stuff. Lee has put the Thetford account. The Thetford Twitter account is funny. Yeah, we always have a bit of a giggle. They're just so blunt to the point. There's no fancy stuff about what they say. They're literally just bam. Here's what's going on. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But you have to kind of admire for that one.
Stowe seem to be struggling here. I mean, we don't get the regular updates that we used to get when Lau was in charge of the account. No. But, I mean, they're playing bottom of the league, Heybridge Swifts here, and still 1-1.
Very strange, that one. The ref has just been taken out. That's what happens when you get too close to the player. He's now learnt the hard way. He never forgets his glasses.
Goodness me.
Brilliant update. When we come good up the Witten. says Ben on there. So an attendance coming in from the Haybridge Swifts game between Stowe is an attendance of 210 at that match tonight. It's a good crowd over at Haybridge Swifts. Abel Church have just tweeted out saying, "We've had a shot on target!" !
They've also had a goal. It's now 3-1.
Is it really?
Yeah.
They just scored, have they?
Yeah, I mean, someone from Abel Church at half time tweeted at least the chips were half decent. I take it they didn't have a great first half at all.
Well, no, and they're currently 3-1 down, aren't they? Well, they've pulled their goal back, but yeah, 3-1 down at the moment. So goals coming in from that one. Any other score lines that are coming through? I think at the moment, with about 15 minutes or so to go, there's not a huge amount of updates happening at the moment. So whilst
attendance at Basildon United versus Whittam Town is 75. The contrast in that league is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's
different levels of interest.
Yeah, definitely. So score lines at the moment then: Colville 3, Ablechurch 1, Hednesford 1, Nuneaton Borough 1. Needham are still 2-1 up against Rushden and Diamonds. Peterborough Sports 2, Tamworth 0. It's St Ives 1, Lowestoft 2. Stratford 1, Stourbridge 0. In the Ishmere North, it is still 3-1 to Dereham as they are playing away against Sudbury. Basildon 1, Whittam Town 0. It's Bury 1, Coggeshall 0. Still down to 10 men, but no second goal in that game. Haybridge 1, Stowmarket 1, Holbridge Sports 1, Felixstowe 3. A very good away performance from Felixstowe so far. Tilbury 2, Great Wakeling Rovers 0. The Furlough none. This is where things really start to heat up. We've got Galston 1, Kirkling Patefield 2. Mulbarton 2-1 up against Fakenham. Obviously, Fakenham have missed a penalty in that game when it was at 1-1. Scoreline now 2-1 to Mulbarton. Newmarket 0, Lakenheath 4. Thetford 2, Hadley United 2, Witton United 0, Norwich United 4. In the FA Cup, in the FA Vars rather, it's Walsham the Willows 4, Marchtown United 1, and in the Papa John's Trophy, it is 1-1 between Ipswich and West Ham under 21s. Any other score lines, mate, coming in from across the leagues as we stand? I think we are all bang up to date at the moment. Is there any other score lines that you've kind of seen coming through?
No, I mean, Ipswich again are just lucky not to concede. Big calls that the ball had gone over the line. I think it was Louis Barry then picked the ball up and ran the whole length of the pitch, weaving through people, cut it back, and the person who collected it didn't even know what to do with the ball at his feet. Absolutely shambolic.
Oh, dear me. So, yeah, I've just had a scoreline come through from Royston against Welland Garden City. That's an FA Cup tie.
Goal. Big one. Stowmarket Town 2. Haybridge Swifts 1.
Wow, there we go. Goal in that game. Who has scored? Has there been an update on
looking like Buggy? Bug scored it.
Wow, so there you go. Oh, we've just had an update saying it's Ollie Brown who scored for Stoke.
Yeah, they said, I reckon it must have been bundled in because the first tweet I saw said it looks like Bug, and the official account has said Ollie Brown. Ipswich have just brought Connor Chaplin on, so they're obviously going for broke a little bit more. Just want to take Stuart Watson's tweet, which gives you a bit more flavour for what's happened. Thomas Holy completely fumbles a high corner. Looked to me like it was well over the line when he fell on the ball. Ref was a wave play on long kick upfield. It was Chaplin, jinks all the way into the box, and it was Seisber who went between two defenders and then got taken out, nailed on penalty, which I do agree with. Ref didn't give anything.
There you go. I'll tell you what, let me see if I'm just going to give that Vanders a quick follow on here because I'm sure he will.
He's writing all the match reports now for Stowe that are going on their website, so it'd be a good account.
Is he really? Is he
Yeah.
really? There you go. There you go. Wow, didn't see any scorelines come through for this game. We haven't actually updated anything from the Hednesford game against Nuneaton Borough for a while. I thought the game was still 1-1, but I've just had a scoreline come through here to say that game is now 3-1 to Hednesford. Not exactly sure what's going on in that one, but yeah, Hednesford are now 3-1 up. There's a goal, as you can see here, Basildon 1, Whitton Town 1. So a scoreline coming through from that one. Basildon were, of course, 1-0 up, but Whittam have pulled a goal back in that one. Any other updates coming through at the moment? Chris Caseman got a yellow card for Stowmarket, as they probably look to try and wind the clock down a little bit in that game. Any other scores that are coming through at the moment? No, I think we are all up to date. So let's bring the video
biggest
back
bit of news that I've just heard is that Luke Chambers is in the director's box at Ipswich Town.
Oh, there you go. Ipswich is asking, have we got a scoreline update from the Bedford Town game?
It's 3-2 against Bedford. Lukaku's just scored.
That's Champions League, isn't it? For Chelsea,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Not my cup of tea.
Zenit St. Petersburg. If you want a bit of a comedy scoreline in step 5, Biggleswade United are playing tonight and they're losing 8-1 to Ainsbury Rovers.
Wow.
But they were 8-0 down, Biggleswade, and they've just scored off what was a clear offside.
Matt, I'm glad your screen resolution is back to normal. Not sure if that was our end or your end. If it was our end, we do apologise. But hopefully everything is all back to normal on that part.
Holds isn't at the Hadley game to manage tonight. I've just seen. So
that's interesting. We are now approaching what you would have to say would be the final 5 minutes of all of the games that we're covering this evening, and it'll be very interesting to see whether or not we can get some other score updates coming through. Obviously, the games we're kind of keeping an eye on at the moment, both of our sides at step 3, Needham Market and Lowestoft, are both winning 2-1 at the moment. As I said, we approach the final 5 minutes of these games. Can both of them hold on?
Can't wait to look at the table on full time after this to see what all this does.
Yeah, 100%. Can both of those sides hold on and get a very important 3 points for both teams? As we talked about on Monday night, both of them currently sat towards the bottom of the table. This could be a huge night of football there.
There's quite a big goal. It's late in the game, but Walsham 4, March 2.
Game on.
The press continues.
Game on in the FA Vars. Are we going to get some late drama going on down there? There's been a bit quiet during the second half, for reports going on in that game. But are we going to get any late drama? We shall see. But yeah, it's 4-2 now to Walsham Mill Willows. Good update there, mate. Step 4 wise. Look, Sudbury, as I said, it's Sudbury 1, Dereham 3. That could be a very big 3 points for Dereham. And obviously that will inflict Sudbury's first defeat of the season. So it'll be very interesting to see whether or not we can get a 5th goal and set up a tense finish in that one. Bury are still hanging on. Have had some very good spells in their game by all accounts against Coggeshall, and they are 1-0 up at the moment. Can they hold on to it?
Goal. Holbridge 1, Felixstowe 4.
There we go. Was literally just about to talk about Felixstowe in the next few moments. That is game, set, and done from their perspective. 4-1 victory away from home. That is an absolutely amazing result for them. Absolutely amazing. We love to see it. Stowe, obviously 2-1 up. Can they hold on in these last few minutes to get a very important win?
Very important win, especially with Sudbury with losing tonight. It's a little bit of weight of ahead of the FA Cup game, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Weight of momentum.
We've just had
Matt Walton is in the sin bin.
I've literally just seen that. We've just had. I've just seen that.
It's the end of his night.
Smith has also been sin bin for Town as well. For Thetford Town, they are down to 10 men. Obviously, Matt. I'm not sure if he's. Oh, Stu, we've got an update. What's going on?
Gorston down to 10.
Oh no!
Yeah, left back who's been sent off. Fairly. It looked like a bad challenge, but I think the players made a bit of a meal out of it. If I'm not a meal out of it, but he's rolled about 40 times. But yeah, straight red.
Any chance of Goulston coming back into this game at all?
They've had a couple of chances, but yeah, nothing clinical really. Kirkley are just slowing everything down now, as you'd expect. So,
yeah,
there's been a few. We've had a bit of needle as well. Jake Jessup got a booking, keeper for Gorston. There was a bit of a sort of scramble in the box, and he got up and seemingly pushed quite high up the body as well, pretty near the face, pushed one of the Kirkley strikers over. And the referee let play go on for another 30 seconds in, brought it back to booking, which I found after a really bad tackle in the centre of the pitch on a Gorston player. So, bit of needle, but it looks like Kirkley will just try and ride it out now.
So it sounds like it's been a bit of a tasty game, really, in terms of.
It's been a bit stop-start though. That's the only bit that's let it down, really.
Yeah.
The referee giving silly free kicks when he could probably let it go, but Kirkley are just slowing everything down now. So.
Interesting. See how it works for him across the final 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, how long's left in that game now, do you reckon?
Yeah, probably about. Probably just over 5, I would say, but then maybe another couple for this injury time. But
penalty West Ham. You couldn't write it. This is the 89th minute for Ipswich, and it's a penalty West Ham. Unbelievable.
5-0. 5-0.
What?
Unbelievable.
Lakenheath are turning it round. They were awful at the start of the season. That's an incredible result.
Honestly, that is absolutely amazing, that result.
But as we've said before, this league's that mental that Lakenheath might go and lose Saturday and Newmarket thrash someone.
Yeah, that's so true.
So,
you don't know what you're getting.
No.
Unbelievable. But yeah, appreciate the update, Stu. We'll bring you back into full time if we don't get any other updates beforehand. So there we go. Goulston down to 10 men. It looks like that game is over. 5-0 Lakenheath. I can't get over that. That's absolutely incredible. What a result coming in from that league. Any other updates coming through? You're watching the penalty for West Ham. Did they convert it?
I'm waiting for an update on my screen. I'm tracking behind.
I thought you were watching it.
Armstrong Okoflex has scored. It's 2-1 West Ham. This is going to be carnage on the ITFC timeline.
Yeah.
Huge calamity from Thomas Holy after he basically has already walked the ball over his own line once and it hasn't been given. Not good. Kempston Rovers 4, Hertford Town 2. Don't know why I'm following that game, but it's a thing. Penalty for Thetford with 2 minutes to go. What more could actually happen in that game?
Lakenheath 6-0 up.
Oh my word! And Thetford have done it. It's 3-2 to Thetford.
No way.
Swaffham are in the mud. The gap is opening.
So there we go. 6-0 to Lakenheath. What an absolutely unbelievable night for those guys.
Oh, my goodness.
Penalty to Town, and there they are. Thetford 3-2 up at the moment. That is massive, massive goal for them.
The winners tonight, Wroxham. Losers tonight, Swaffham.
Mm-hmm.
This unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
It's absolutely brilliant from step 5. From step 5 tonight, the furlough none delivers once again. What an absolutely brilliant league. I'm so glad we're covering it this season in far more depth than we ever have done before, because this is absolutely insane. So, yeah, some big goals there. As I said, Lakenheath 6-0 up against Newmarket away from home. Who the hell would have seen that scoreline coming? Thetford getting a very late goal in the 89th minute. They are winning 3-2 against Hadley United. A huge 3 points on the horizon for them. And given the fact that they're down to 10 men and they've got a couple of people in the sin bin as well, that's an absolutely unbelievable. And we've also seen that Matt Payne for Hadley in the 89th minute is now in the sin bin as well. So Hadley are also down to 10 men.
Sin bins, they're going to need taking out tomorrow morning.
So yeah,
they are full.
Final few minutes of those games, and as I said, Hadley and Thetford are both down to 10 men. Matthew, this show is class. Oh my God, this has made my night.
90, Reese to Teddy, who heads across for Tommy to finish. Have Lakenheath just scored again? Or is that just a description of the goal?
I think
it's a description of the goal.
That's
Christ.
a description. I thought it was 7 as well. You made me panic there. Oh my God, there's a late goal in the game at Needham Market. Obviously unbelievable. We were wondering whether or not Needham could hold on to this result. They haven't. Late goal. Russian and Diamonds equaliser 2-2.
Needham's season is cursed. This is terrible.
5 minutes left of the game, according to One Ipswich. Header in from a corner. Oh, absolutely gutted for him. Absolutely gutted for him. Just when you think they're going to get 3 points and really get their season going. Oh, my days. I feel so sorry for him. I feel so sorry. Oh, dear me. There is a late goal in the game between Tilbury and Great Wakering Rovers. Great Wakering have pulled a goal back. That game is now 2-1. In the 90th minute, can they go on to get a very late equaliser and a very dramatic equaliser from that one? Oh, my God, you're not going to believe a scoreline that I've just seen come up on my screen here. In the blink of an eye, two of our teams that were winning are now both drawing. Bury, 89.
Unbelievable. Sam Bantic as well. They have held on for 80 minutes with 10 men. And it's all crumbled.
89th minute. So two of our teams, they were unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Two of our teams were winning, going into the final few minutes of those games, and absolute disaster.
Stowmarket have got the win. It's in the bag. It's confirmed. 2-1 to Stowmarket on the night.
Oh my God! And Lowestoft have conceded an equaliser as well.
No! From 2-0 up.
You are joking. So Lowestoft being 2-0 up, it's now 2-2. We had Bury who were winning 1-0 for the entire game in the 89th minute, concede an equaliser. And we've had Needham Market who were 2-1 up, conceding an equaliser in the final few minutes of that game. Three of our teams were winning. We're literally on the cusp of getting 3 points on here. I'm going to bring Stu in just a few minutes, but here is the goal from the Bury Town game. Nobody closing down the man.
Oh, please.
Oh,
please.
Unbelievable. Stu, I'm gonna bring you on the screen here, my man. What's going on in your game?
Penalty, Kirkley. Can you see it or not?
Oh, we can see it. You bring the penalties.
Unbelievable. So Kirkley with the opportunity to round off the game.
Kids are crowding in to watch.
They're not. They're trying to get behind the goal. I think trying to put him off by the looks of it. They just missed a really good chance as well, Kirkley. 3-1.
3-1.
What a night for Kirkley. What a night. That's that's final nail in the coffin, obviously, for Galston there, but that is not going to be what they wanted to take away from this, especially with it being a home game.
No, yeah. Galston have pressed a little bit, and that they then sort of left themselves a bit stretched at the back, and Kirkley was sort of 3-on-2 really, threaded it through, and Jake Jessup just brought him down as he rounded him. But about 2 or 3 minutes earlier, they'd done a similar thing, and he tried to loop it over Jake Jessup, but went wide. So, but yeah, late drama everywhere.
It really is. I think we've got another goal in the Walsham game as well, and I found all of the goals from that game tonight.
Stu, we'll bring you back in a few minutes, mate. So yeah, as you can see on the screen here, it's Walsham 5, March Town 2.
At Roy Brighton 2 has all of the Walsham and March goals, I believe. So something there for us to have a look at in a moment.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that. So full-time results coming in. Says Basildon 1, Whittam 1 in that game. Full-time result coming in from here. Colville 3, Ablechurch 1. Full-time, Thetford 3, Hadley 2. What an amazing win that is for Thetford. An absolutely brilliant goal. Coggeshall goal. Who are they playing against? Why can I not remember this?
Bury.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
That's fine. That's the last one. That's fine.
God, I thought there was another goal there.
This has gone mental.
Norwich United winning 4-0 away from home against Whitton United. Here is the goal. Oh.
I missed that. I'm very sorry, James. It's looking... There's some noise around Cookout on Twitter is what I will add. Oh.
Not the greatest goal there, but yeah, a goal nonetheless. And I said that game is now 2-2. Great Rackham, they couldn't completely come back there. Their game ends up finishing 2-1 to Tilbury. We've still got loads of updates coming through from here. Carlos Edwards is the latest player in that game to go into the book. He's now on a yellow card as well.
Tip of the hat to Felix, though, have sealed the 4-1 win. Big result there for them.
Yeah.
We know they're struggling with injuries too.
Yeah, full time. Sudbury 1, Dereham 3. Unbelievable. Some of these scorelines are coming in at the moment. Stratford 1, Stourbridge 0. Not a game that we've reported a massive amount on so far during this game, but that one finishes 1-0 to Stratford. Full time between Nuneaton and Hednesford, and Nuneaton go down 3-2 to Hednesford. Full time, we've talked about that game on there as well. A chance for Needham in the 95th minute. And we've had a confirmation here from 1 Ipswich at Needham 2, Russian Diamonds 2. A very good game for the neutral. We had too many missed chances. Disappointing result in the end from a Needham perspective. Confirmation that Ipswich did lose 2-1 to the West Ham under-21s this evening. Confirmation that it's been full-time between Mulbarton and Lakenheath. A big 2-1 win. From there. Stu, you've got another update. What's going on?
Full time.
All over. Yeah. How was that greeted? Oh, you've dropped him out.
Nope, he's just disappeared. I didn't drop him out at all.
Oh, Stu.
I'm sure he'll come back on in just a few moments. He's got the link. Let's see if we can try and get any other updates going on at the moment.
Well, I suppose his update was fairly comprehensive. You got enough time to say full time.
Yeah, definitely. So full time there. Kirkley 3, Galston 1. We'll get Stu back on in just a moment to see whether or not we can try and get him back on to give us a bit of a full time report from that one. Obviously, we talked about the Lowestoft game and their equaliser going on. Full time, and it's a point each in an entertaining 2-2 draw between Russian and Needham. Diamonds not quite firing on all cylinders in the second half, but a late equaliser earns a point away from home. And again, as you said, confirmation that Felix rather did win by 4-1 away from home. Any other scorelines coming in at the moment?
They're trickling in at the moment. They are trickling in.
Very slowly but surely. I tell you what, Stu, let's bring you back in, my man, whilst we're getting some full-time results coming in.
That was great timing.
Yeah, full-time results coming in. So 3-1 in the end to Kirkley. What do you make of the overall 90 minutes?
If you looked at it, if you're just going through Twitter and you see that they've won 3-1, you'd think Gorton have been battered, but quite the opposite. But give Kirkley credit. They've scored the 3 goals, so they played their part. They were probably more drilled, if you like, into the way they played. Gorton played a lot of long ball, but so shock result. But
it's a proof from what you seem to have said tonight that the scoreline's not about telling the story; it's about those that take their chances, really, isn't it? And I think that seems to have been well and truly proven by what you've seen tonight. In terms of what you've seen there, how do you think? Just touching on Gorton with their league position at the moment, do you think they've got enough in them to compete at that sort of level throughout the season? Do you think they'll really be up and around that position? What's your thoughts?
On tonight's display, no. But looking at the quality they've got throughout the side, then you probably say there's going to be certain games where they will struggle. But on tonight's display, no. But I think tonight was just a bit of a one-off, really. Christy Finch going off didn't help them either. Did
they lose some momentum when he went, Stu?
I wouldn't say lost momentum, but from another autograph hunter. Sorry, that was Finley Barnes' dad, actually.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So I got more of it.
We've got a superstar amongst the ranks.
Oh no, sorry. I was just getting asked if it was a penalty or not. Yeah. What was we saying? Sorry.
In terms of what you've seen, the momentum being lost.
I think it was just a natural thing that obviously he's their talisman at the minute, and he that's who they look to get the ball to score goals. Yeah. But they've still got proved goal scoring in Connor Ingram. But yeah, he was frustrated all night. Really, nothing really went for him. And that obviously that capped it off getting injured. So, but they'll probably pick themselves up from this, and again, as we said earlier, they'll probably go and bash someone at the weekend. So,
interesting one to follow up and review on next Monday's show.
Yeah, and again, as I said in this league, the teams will lose to people you don't expect them to lose to, and they'll beat teams you don't expect them to beat. So,
yeah, absolutely agree.
So,
brilliant
stuff. Over to you.
All right.
Yeah. Stu, absolutely superb stuff from yourself, mate. Really appreciate all of your updates coming through. We're probably going to be on air for about 15 minutes or so after these games, just to kind of go through some of the results that we've spoken about tonight. So if you are able to speak to anyone, if you want to bring anybody on, feel free to come back onto the show, my man.
I'll probably leave Ricky and Scott at the minute.
Probably a good call. Because
there's a bit of a debrief still going on the pitch. So, yeah, the 150 or so supporters is down probably now to about 30, and the players are still on the pitch.
No worries. Okay, Stu, really appreciate your efforts, my man.
All right, no worries.
Well done, Stu.
Cheers, mate.
So,
we've got the Walsham goals to still touch on, which might be an interesting.
Let's let me just see if I can get Let me see if I can get Roy's Twitter feed up on my screen here.
Great tweet here. Left it late, but made sure we conceded 2 goals again. Was worried for a minute we wouldn't do that.
What game was that from?
The Ipswich game. Oh, dear. Oh, Buggy's goal has been... Yeah, the second Stowe goal is up. We've missed that as well.
Okay, we'll take a look at that in just a few moments. Let's see if we can try and get the goals.
It's a terrible goal, to be honest, but you take them all.
So yeah, we've got a few goals to show you here from the Walsham game. This one ended up being 5-2 to Walsham in the end. So here's the first goal.
Oh my days.
What a goal there. So that actually made it 2-0 to Walsham. Don't know what happened in that one.
But it looks like he scored from miles away, though. Look where he's run from.
We've got making it 4-0 here.
No.
Absolute banger there.
Some worldies.
Absolutely brilliant stuff here. Any other goals that we can bring? Charlie Norman gets the third. Keeper spilled it there, so that one made it 3-0. And I'm guessing this is the fifth goal for March.
Oh, no, this might be a March goal.
I think this is a March goal, actually. Not really sure. Oh, ball's been held up, comes into the box, headed clear. Oh, wow. Looks...
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That is utter filth. Really appreciate that from Roy.
That last one, that is pick of the bunch.
Yeah, you have to say.
One end to the other.
But yeah, Mike's reporting Peterborough Sports is a 2-0 win for them against Tamworth. That's a brilliant score, has to be said. The St Ives and Lowestoft game does end up finishing 2-2. Wroxham have actually tweeted out in the last 45 seconds.
Oh, of course they have.
Not a bad evening for Wroxham, as our closest rivals, Galston and Newmarket, lost. Galston with the last 100% records, but other Norfolk sides, Norwich United and Mulbarton, both win to close the gap. I knew that they would comment. You knew they would comment. You said that there was a goal. Was it on Vander's TV?
Yep. Second Stowmarket goals there.
That's interesting. Let me see if I can try and find it. So let's bring it up on the screen here. So this was the second goal in the Stowe game. Bring up on the screen. Good finish.
Definitely buggy, isn't it? It's not Ollie Brown.
No, it's definitely. Yeah, it's definitely buggy, without a shadow of a doubt. Definitely.
You hear it hit his boot.
For once, the number 9 wasn't the problem. It was the finishing tonight. Great goals in amongst there, says Matthew. Yeah, no, you definitely are right. Definitely right. Let's go through all of the full-time scores.
Hope full-time gets updated very shortly so we can have a quick flash of the league table.
So, Colville 3, Abel Church 1, Hednesford 3, Nuneaton Borough 2, Needham Market 2, AFC Rushden and Diamonds 2. Still disappointed with that result. Peterborough Sports 2, Tamworth 0, St Ives 2, Lowestoft 2. So both of our sides in winning positions, conceding late goals in the 89th and 90th minutes. Stratford 1, Stourbridge 0, Ishmere North, Sudbury 1, Dereham 3, Basildon 1, Witham 1, Bury 1, Coggeshall 1. Another late goal for Coggeshall, denying Bury all 3 points. Heybridge 1, Stowmarket 2, Holbridge 1, Felixstowe 4. Great win away from home for Felixstowe. Tilbury 2, Great Wakering Rovers 1. In the Furlough non-prem, we've had the report come through from Stu. Galston 1, Kirkley and Patefield 3. A great win away from home for Kirkley. Mulbarton 2, Fakenham 1. Newmarket 0, Lakenheath 6. Still, what a scoreline. What an impressive
really
scoreline.
is.
Thetford 3, Hadley 2, with a late goal for Thetford, giving them all 3 points. Whitton 0, Norwich United 4. In the FA Vars, Walsham Le Willows 5, Marchtown United 2. And the Papa John Trophy, it was Ipswich 1, West Ham under 21s 2.
And I can tell you now the timeline is not very nice.
No. What was the Bedford Town result? I would
3-2
need
last time I looked. I'll have a look. I haven't got any more updates, so let me check. Bedford Town have a very good Twitter feed, by the way. Yeah, 3-2 to Ware.
There we go. Tell you what, Matthew has asked, are there any games on tomorrow night? I tell you what, let me give you the games that are going on tomorrow night. No action taking place at step 3. There's only one game taking place tomorrow night in the Isthmian North, which is Grays versus Romford. Let's have a look. Furlough none wise. I don't think there are any games taking place in the Prem. I could be wrong on that. Let me just triple check. Bless you.
There we go. That's something for headphone users.
Fixtures. Let's have a look for all divisions across here. So games taking place tomorrow night. No, there are games in. There's 2 games taking place in the Furlough None South, which is Benfleet versus Frentford, and Coggeshall United versus Ipswich Wanderers. So 2 games in the Furlough None South, 1 game in the Isthmian North. But that is going to be it for tomorrow night. I'm still waiting for the official results to come through from the full-time site, because only 5 of the Prem games have updated. We're still waiting for the Newmarket versus Lakenheath goal scoreline rather to update on there. Then we'll be able to bring you the
last one, is it?
That's literally just need that result.
So many goals have taken ages to actually type in.
Yeah, you're dead right. One league that we can give you an update on. Let's see if I can just try.
Let's have a look at this. Give it a little bit of a zoom, James. We're away. Yeah. Top of the table change there, isn't there?
So let's try and just zoom out a teeny bit. So at the bottom of the table, Haybridge Swifts, after their 2-1 defeat tonight, are still rock bottom of the table. You now need to scroll up for all of our teams, because we have now, all of our sides are more or less, other than Bury, are in the top half of the table. So with Bury's late equaliser that they conceded, that 1-1 draw means that they are in 11th place. If they had won tonight, they would have been in 7th, just outside the playoffs. But with Felixstowe's win, that now pushes them up to 9th in the table. A very good start to them. Obviously, they're slightly ahead of Bury on goal difference. Both teams are on 7 points apiece. For Stowe, their win moves them up to 8th, and they're now on 8 points from a total of 5 games. Dereham, their win moves them up to 3rd in the table, 10 points from 5, and they are now on the same record as Sudbury, who they, of course, beat this evening. So we have now got only 2 teams left in this division, Canvey Island and Barking, who remain unbeaten. Have to tend to agree with that, Matthew. Nice to see Dereham in 3rd. It's good to see all of our local sides up there or thereabouts.
Doing well.
All of our sides have had a relatively good start to the season.
It's quite interesting because Stowmarket have already played Canvey, Malden. They've played Whittam in the FA Cup and hammered them.
Mm-hmm.
They've got Sudbury in the FA Cup Saturday, which is a tough game. And then they played Bury and beat them. And, the 2 sides they've beaten are comfortably below them at the moment. But been quite a tricky little run of games in terms of how things have evened out. So, but, a good run could be ahead of Stowe. Felixstowe looking a bit fearsome on tonight's formula.
Step 3, there hasn't been any updates to these scores as we stand. So this we'll go through this obviously on next Monday's show, but at the moment this league table is not.
That's going to update any moment, isn't it?
Is not updating. The Isthmian side of it has had all of these score updates going through, whereas the Southern League, none of the scores have gone onto their website yet. Very strange.
Step 3, they all have people paid that have to do it officially, probably.
Quite possibly. But yeah, at the moment, we are still waiting for official confirmation of the Newmarket versus Lakenheath game on the full-time website. However, other results have gone in, so we can get a bit of an idea on the league table, because obviously from a Newmarket perspective, their goal difference now goes down to 3 compared to what it was on 9 beforehand. So this is pretty much the current league table as things stand. Obviously, with Lakenheath and their win, they will climb from 18th place up to 11th now. So a big, big jump for them. It just goes to show in this league, one win and, suddenly what looks like a poor start to the season suddenly looks like an okay, an okay start. So yeah, Lakenheath will go up to 9 points from their opening 9 games and will be looking quite good so far. So yeah, that is going to be the end of tonight's show. 2 hours and 20 minutes in. It's been a brilliant, brilliant show. Late twists and drama all over the place. Unbelievable stuff. Adam, what do you make of it all before we kind of round off tonight's show? What do you make of tonight? I think I probably just reflect on it as a disappointing end from a local side perspective.
It all slipped away from us, didn't it?
What felt like so much promise, has just slipped away. I think that's probably a fair way to assess it. But what do you make of the evening overall?
It's been nice to have some little upsets in there, though, hasn't it?
Yeah,
I feel bad for Bury.
I feel really bad for Bury. I feel bad for Needham. I feel bad for Lowestoft. All 3 of our local sides, all losing out on superb wins from late goals. Lakenheath, story of the night. They're 6 goals away from home. Thetford with their last minute winner, considering they were down to 10 men with that sin bin rule. Kirkley getting their shock win away from home against Galston. It's been a brilliant night. It's been
Hadley have suffered through the sin bin as well, haven't they?
Yeah. It's been an absolutely brilliant night. Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb.
In summary, though, what a terrible week it's been for Newmarket. Yeah. What a terrible week for Newmarket. But
100%.
Saturday brings a new round of games.
100%. The real winners from tonight is Wroxham, and that's where we're going to round things off. If you've enjoyed the video, as always, hit the thumbs up, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. We will let you know when we are next going to be doing one of these live shows. We'll try and keep you informed as much as we possibly can, but we've enjoyed it. It's been a great show. Thanks, everyone, and we will see you all very soon. Yeah, wow, unbelievable. Adios.